I'll just ask one of them.
I left local recording on for the whole thing. Oh god damn, I'm gonna have to edit that video. I'm so sad now. It's gonna be
why?
like an extra 20 minutes on the end of it for no reason.
Why?
Just because I let local recording run after. It picked up basically all the pregame lobby from this game.
Oh, well.
And it didn't need to. Oh well, I could fix that later. Let's take a look at these band champions, guys. We have Jace. We have Lulu. We have some chat bands.
Chat bands were... Yeah, Kale, Urgot, Cass, and
Thank you, Rayman699. Thank you for watching. Thank you for remembering the chat bands. Cool.
Yep. Yeah, so Kale, again, Shred. Her ultimate can be very game-changing, even with the range nerfs that just came in. Urgot, ban is just overall a good ban. Urgot can put out a lot of damage with his Q spam. And yeah, then Cassidy, again, strong global mobility, puts out a lot of crowd control, so it's really hard to counterattack him when he Rift Walks in, if he chooses, but most of the time, you're just going to Rift Walk out and be impossible to catch. Wukong, as we saw last game, does a lot of damage, puts out a lot of AoE crowd control. Jace, Jace is able to put out a lot of damage, hyperscaling. Lulu, again, enables those bruisers amazingly with her ult. Amumu, AoE lockdown. Nidalee with the ridiculous spears and the amazing jungle control her traps provide. And then finally, Elise just puts out a lot of damage and just has really high bases actually, so she can build pretty tanky and still be a major threat. Kha'Zix, poke, clean up, dangerous, chain.
Alright, well, Chaosis, I hate to inform you, but that's actually not why any of those champs got banned at all. Would you like me to tell you why these champions really got banned?
Yes, actually. That would probably be informative for me.
Okay, you might not be aware, but Kale is banned because she's currently in a holding cell by the FAA because she flew to this fight using an unapproved flight plan, and the FAA was having none of that. They had TSA there on the scene when she landed outside of the Fields of Justice, and they're like, hey, Kale, you're going to have to come with us. You didn't have that flight plan approved. Urgot can't fit through the door. We are tired of having to lift him up with a crane and make all these special accommodations and stuff like that for him. Look, Swain comes in and he fights and he's got like a limp. Urgot, why can't you fit your apparatus through the door, huh? Why couldn't you make yourself some normal legs? Cassidy... Look, we never know where Cassidy is. He rift walks off of the field sometimes, and we swear he's stealing things from the fridge. Cassidy's behavior really needs to stop. Wukong is a monkey. Look, you talk to Wukong, he's got that tail thing going on, and you swear he's always doing something shady with it. And I don't know why Misfortune always looks so happy when he's around. Now, Jace, look, that hammer... The amount of times we've taken that hammer apart and put it back together and been like, okay, this is cool, and then all of a sudden it does something it's not supposed to. There's something shady about that hammer. I'm not sure what it is, but we're not letting it back in the building. Lulu is still not tall enough to get past the little sign. Outside of the Fields of Justice, there's a little cutout of a small little like a miniaturized Nasus. He's holding his hand out. You must be this tall to participate in the Fields of Justice. Lulu is not tall enough. Now she wears that hat to try and trick us. So sometimes when people aren't looking, she gets through. But when we're like, "Hey Lulu, take off the hat," you can't get in. That's why she gets in sometimes. Nobody wants to party with Amumu. Amumu never stops complaining. This is the guy that you hang out with him at a party, and he's like, dude, man, you think that's bad? Well, listen to what happened to me. And it's like, Amumu, stop. And Amumu's like, my girlfriend left me, and I don't have a body anymore, and I don't remember all my friends, and I have amnesia, and my bandages need to be changed. I'm like, Amumu, Amumu, stop. Just stop, Amumu. Nidalee doesn't get along with any animals, okay? If someone tries to, like, walk their dog, or they have a cat or something like that, like, in their locker room backstage or something like that, and, like, Nidalee's always, like, hissing at it, and, like, she just upsets everything that's not a human that's around there. And it's just, look, I'm tired of having the cat be freaked out all the time, alright? It needs some peace. At least, we're not sure if she's a spider or if she's a person. But if she's a spider, she's a very human-looking spider. But if she is a person, since she's a spider of a person, we don't know what's going on with that lady. Kha'Zix once got into a fist fight with the Orkin man. He's banned. That was a lawsuit I'm not even supposed to mention. That's why they're really banned, Chaoses.
Oh, I miss these things. Okay. Picks. Pantheon. Very strong, lots of damage. We saw how strong those spears were. Evelyn puts out a lot of magic damage, and then her stealth can actually be incredibly dangerous because she can just walk into the bot lane bushes and you won't even know that she did. Karma, after the rework, she was a low tier 1, high tier 2. With the recent buffs, she is a mid to high tier 1 pick. She puts out a lot of damage and puts out a lot of utility and a lot of crowd control. Leona, very strong initiation. Annie with that low roll. She puts out a lot of burst, strong initiation with Tibbers, and her E makes her deceptively tanky because it provides at max rank 60 free armor and 60 free magic resist. The Tree is maybe going bot, but Tree could also be going top. He denies a lot of the armor is going to be denying just so much damage in an AoE with that ultimate. Jarvan is a very strong initiation, very strong damage, and then just dunks. Zed, very slippery and can put out a lot of physical damage. And can just burst people down with his ultimate. And then finally Xin Zhao, strong single target damage, strong single target gap closing, and strong single target crowd control. Just overall, absolutely wrecks 1v1. Although we have the Summoners blockers up, I will note that Sauron is being innovative and running Smite Clarity right now. You guys probably won't be able to see it because he'll probably change this before the Summoner blockers go down, but the Smite Clarity Jarvan is a new innovative strategy by Sauron to shut down Annie's Tibbers from doing anything, and then also to help mitigate Maokai's mana problems, as Maokai can run into mana issues by keeping his ult up for a long duration.
Yeah, it's something that you really don't see too often, but the picks are lining up just to make that happen. He's going to be able to keep that. He's going to be able to keep that Maelstrom up a little bit longer that way, which is going to turn into a lot more protection for his team because it covers such a large range, and the longer it's up, the more damage that it can soak. It's just going to be even better. And that Tibbers, man, Tibbers comes down, and Tibbers is just so good at delaying. Annie can like stand back there and remote control Tibbers around. No. You smite Tibbers. You smite Tibbers back into a little bear. And you make Annie pick up that bear and walk back to the summoner platform with it. That's how you handle Tibbers.
Yeah. So yeah, GG Sauron. Sauron has it completely figured out.
This is why he had like 2800 ELO in Dominion. It's because he knows the strats.
Yeah, guys. And then Ezreal, of course, just incredibly slippery. Gonna be hard to pick off. And might be able to actually get away from those Zed ults with good timing on the Arcane Shift to dodge out the double or triple shurikens and dodging out of all that damage from the E. But again, Sauron, absolutely devastating summer spells against the enemy team. Oh, Sauron at the last moment changes them.
Oh no, he must have been looking at his spells and like misclicked. What did he end up with? Oh, he's got exhaust and well, revive is good, but what's he gonna do with that exhaust?
I don't know. Sauron playing the Karma. We may see some amazing plays on the new Karma, showing everyone why Karma is ridiculous. Oh, and Sauron for some reason not picking up the. I would actually put Clairvoyance on Sauron over Talith because Karma already kites incredibly well and has enough CC that she doesn't need the exhaust. Well, Ezreal actually does not have exhaust, and then of course just the actual flavor of the Eye of Sauron watching over people.
Well,
so
I've never actually seen Sauron play Karma. This will be interesting.
Yeah, I would legitimately though give Sauron the Clairvoyance over Ezreal and have Ezreal carry the exhaust because Talith being able to exhaust a Zed or a Xin Zhao that jumps on him would be very, very huge.
Alright, I need you to give me a little bit of a rundown on Zed. I'm actually pretty up to date on the Karma thing right now, but I'm still not sure about Zed's role in Dominion and just how he works.
Okay, Zed could be bottom. I'm actually not entirely sure who's going to be bottom for the two teams. But Zed's an effective bottom because he wave clears pretty well. The Dominion energy regeneration aura really helps out with Zed's well-known energy problems. Zed's main function, though, is just to burst down single targets, because his Q, if he gets multiple hits on a person through the Shadow Clone spell effect, is able to it can do a lot of damage, and then all that damage is then sort of soaked up by the ultimate, and then the ultimate will then explode, dealing damage proportional to how much damage Zed just dealt in the 3-second span after using that gap closer, which means that Zed is able to just incredibly burst people down with very high scaling damage.
Alright, I like it. Now Annie's a character that I've been playing with a lot recently. Annie's damage can be extremely high. And the other thing is Bolt and Shield makes her extremely durable. So Annie's one of those mages that's actually really, really safe to play. Disintegrate has a really, really long range. A range that was far longer than I ever expected when I started playing her. Which, big shout out to Den's Bruja for the Annie, because I love that champion so much. And Molten Shield, the way that you can use that reactively, and you can even use that to dive a little bit by kind of poking your head out a little bit, popping that Molten Shield, taking a couple of those skill shots or something like that, and then being able to retreat fairly unscathed. That puts things on cooldown on the enemy team that will enable your allies to kind of initiate even more safely than usual. Plus, on top of that, she's got Tibbers, who, like I said, is like remote control disruption, so it's never a bad thing to have around.
Yep. And game is starting.
Yay, my load screen activated. Uh-oh, Armor's like incoming pause. Wait, that's right, Wowix is in the game, isn't it? Was that on the list? I don't know if that was on the list. Maybe someone should post that list in DD chat.
Oh, wait, which...
I don't know. Could be talking about something different, who knows. Alright, let's see. So, this game, this is going to be... let's see if I get this right. This is going to be... This is Cheese Enema, because that's Sifu Calvin.
Yep. Cheese
versus Jellynecks.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Cheese Enema versus Jellynecks. This is going to be the round of...
4.
Yes! Chaos is bailing me out because I had no idea what was going on. Cheese Enema on the top half of the map. We got Sifu Calvin playing as Pantheon, Arcos playing as Leona, Wowix playing as Annie, Brown Bruiser playing as Zed, and MMKH playing as Zinzel. I'm one half your casters for this game. I am Gander, and casting with me is...
Chaos OS. And we are casting this game for the round of 4. We are going to be looking to see which team is going to be sent to the bronze match and which team is going to be able to go on to finals to lose to Pex, perhaps? Or is that but we may see if there's any upsets this week.
I'm just saying, both these teams can take out Pex, and they have. And okay, Field of Vibe actually hasn't beat Pex in the series yet. They've just pulled games off of them in a series, but there have been a lot of close ones, so they're going to do it eventually. They'll have a really good day, Pex will have a really bad day, something like that. It'll line up and happen. And Cheese Enema can always beat any team. But they can also always lose to any team. That's the downside to Cheese Enema. Cheese Enema can do everything and nothing. It just depends upon the day of the week and how Wowix feels about playing this game, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes he does some zany stuff. And support Ezreal? Viable?
Yeah, support it. No, actually, though...
What's up with that?
Oh, yeah. Actually, though, the 9... Without looking at Talith's pages on LOL King or anything like that, not that I would ever do such a thing like that, depending on if that is a... depending on whether that... Yeah, so it really depends on whether Talith went 9-0-21 or whether he just went... 2109, actually. I'm not sure why you would... If you went 2109, I'm not entirely sure. If we look at his mastery pages, the active one, 9021 is the currently active page, going for 10% CDR just from masteries. And then the active rune page provides a flat 8.54, but provides flat 7.5% cooldown reduction. So that's actually a lot of free CDR from Ezreal, which is a very interesting thing to note because that will be not only reducing the Q cooldown, which multiplicatively decreases the cooldowns of all his other spells because more Qs means more CD reductions, which means more spells and more Qs. But it also means that he's going to be able to RNK and shift more, which is going to be important when dealing with Pantheon and Leona gap closers or Xin Zhao gap closers. So it's actually that's actually an interesting thing to know.
I like the sepia tone. It makes me feel like I'm trapped in a 1930s movie.
Yeah.
We're in this game too as soon as we can. Wowix is he's got some connection issues. If you guys have been around the broadcast for a while, then you know that sometimes at the beginning of the game he'll disconnect and then he'll reconnect and everything will be good after that. Because he is pretty far from the server. That's one way of putting it. And look, there we go. Gameplay has resumed. And he's small. Look at her, she's 8. What? It was Sifu Calvin. That's not Wowix. What's going on?
Yeah. It's a miracle.
Zed, are you okay? Zed, your spine. I'm scared. They see exactly what's going on. Look at Zed's spine. That's gotta hurt. That can't be good for him.
No, Zed's going to be developing serious back problems and will not be available for the rest of the day after this game.
Like, real advice for like everyone playing League: play 2 games, get up, walk around for a minute while you're in queue, fill up your drink, get a soda, sit back down.
Yeah. No, and actually hydrate though. Hydrate or die.
Yeah. Getting up and walking it's really, really good for your back. Because I used to have some annoying back problems. I went through like 3 different chairs, and I just didn't get up enough. Was what the third doctor I went to was like, dude, just walk around more. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, just do that for like 3 months, then tell me if you have any problems. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, well, I'm fine. What the hell? I thought it would be like all complicated and stuff.
No.
Battle having begun. These guys are walking around. The only one that's gonna have problems is Zed's back. Zed's gonna need a chiropractor or something like that. But this game is kicking off. Nothing too out of the ordinary in the builds, except for looks like we've got a
Grez coming out from Xin Zhao, and even more CDR with the Brutalizer on Ezreal. Talith is up to...
wants to shoot his gun thing right there. Wait, I can find this. Bam!
Yeah, Ezreal is up to... Oh Ezreal is up to 30% CDR right now, which is
30.70.
Yeah, that's kind of insane. And able to effectively kite Wowix.
Ooh, that health relic. Uh-oh, Netherrealm man going for Wowix right there. You see that molten shield right there keeping Wowix alive for extra long when probably it would only take one ability to kill him otherwise. Talith finally getting taken down right there, but MKH having to dive super hard. MKH, you are in the deep end. There's no lifeguard to bail you out. Arcos is not doing a very good job of lifeguarding right here. Maybe Sifu Calvin will be a little bit better. Seeing him getting beat up right there. His health is dropping a little bit at a time, and he is going to get taken down. Sifu not able to get that killing blow on Peoples there. Chat, correct me. Commander Peoples is High Peoples, right? Or am I insane? We will find out once the chat gets back to me. Well, Windmill is going to get picked up by Jellynecks.
Yeah. Bot lane, Soren just took a little bit too much damage from the double shuriken. However, I will be expecting Soren to win this lane pretty hard due to the high strength of the shield that Soren is able to use, and just sort of negating a lot of Zed's burst.
Ooh, that damage coming down from Ezreal right away. Now, when you hit that level 6, that's going to do proportionally so much more damage than it would at any other time in the game. So nicely was able to connect with that Sean Civ Calvin right there. Arco's self getting lower and lower and lower. Armor making sure to stay in that Maelstrom for as long as possible. Talith Bay does finally go down right there. Tibbers is activated. Netherrealm man gets a free airborne there. Armor coming in from the back to try and keep Civ Calvin away from the lower health members of his team. And oh, there's that. Grez is going off right there. Netherrealm man, you are not allowed to stealth. Xin Zhao sees exactly what's going on. Armor with the revive coming back, scoping out the bushes, chasing MMKH away. MMKH does not get that recall as free as he wanted up here. At the top, there's a lot of minions going on up here. And Wowix, oh, there's the garrison. Defensive garrison goes off on that tower up there, and there's no one to clean those minions off. Wowix low on health. Wowix, nope, not going to be able to escape, unfortunately.
Yeah. Hey, Gander, the pause put you a little bit behind. Catch up to live using the speed up function.
Did I? Oh, I am desynced. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I'm the camera. That would have been
It's awkward. It's a bug. It's a bug with pods.
Okay.
I
fixed it.
Also.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Looking at this, so again, I'm expecting Sauron to win this. Karma's wave clear is really spammable with it, and then of course Sauron spamming Karma's probably B tier jokes, I'd say. What tier would you place Karma's jokes at compared to other champions?
I haven't heard them. I actually have the champ voices off.
Oh, it's guess what's about to hit the fan, and this just may have been impractical.
The second one's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that one. This is awkward in the middle of the map right here.
Yeah, it's Mexican standoff. If this was two people greeting each other,
why can't it be an Argentinian standoff? I like Argentina.
Yeah. If there's two people greeting each other, be more Canadian standoff.
Maokai, I'm kind of scared. Maokai gets singled out up here. MMKH, Wowix, and Arcos come up there for him. However, in the middle of the map, this leaves Pantheon alone to get destroyed, so it's a quick 3v1 and a 3v1. And, oh, there's the True Shot Barrage right there. Wowix did have that shield up.
Oh, barely getting that interrupt. Very nice play by Talith. And Leona just not quite able to finish everything up.
No. Shield is slightly decorative. And they were able to pick up that in the bottom lane. Sauron is okay.
Yeah. So Sauron's going to be able to just stall that lane out. And so long as he manages to not take too many shurikens to the face, he will not be... Brown Wizard will not be able to kill him.
Nope, I don't think that is something that is going to happen. It looks like we have Annie coming down this way. Same with Pantheon. They might be looking to get a kill down here in this lane. We will find out if they are able to do that or not. Looks like they're going to do a pretty serious dive right here. There's the stun right there. Annie lining up, also getting that stun off. Is that what we're seeing here? And an arrow, J4 coming in, trying to save the day down here. Sauron retreating from the fight, getting low on health right there. Circles around back in to try and contribute a little bit and is able to help out. Shot coming down from Ezreal, but not terribly consequential as the point is defended. Up at the top here, the assault is successful.
Yeah, quest point being actively taken by She's Enema. That is a free 10% damage for the next 30 seconds, 20 points off the clock, which is exactly what She's Enema needed.
And we're going to see that Grand Skyfall right there. Ooh, lots of damage to Peoples right there.
And also clearing out the minion wave at the same time, which is important so that way that point didn't just get capped.
Yeah, minions have capped and uncapped so many points in competitive play that you really have to be aware of what's going on with them at all times. And sometimes you need to dedicate that extra damage to getting rid of them. Sauron is able to pick off Pantheon right there, and now trying to fight 1v2, or more accurately trying to delay 1v2 for as long as possible, because he wants to make sure that that point does not get pulled in the opposite direction.
Yeah, the amount of damage Karma can put out with her Mantra Q just got demonstrated there with how absolutely insane that that Mantra Q was, and just putting out that burst.
Oh, J4! He's had about up to that wall's height with Xin Zhao. Arco's falling back up to the top point up there. He needs to defend that a little bit. Looks like Pantheon and Annie are heading up there. And you got Tibbers! Tibbers is activated. Tibbers is running out of time. Flaming Tibbers.
Tibbers.
Annie looking to start a forest fire over here with armor down there. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. And, oh, the spear? No, J4 denied that airborne. Jarvan is so good at interrupting things.
Nether already doing a lot of damage.
And what?
Nether gets away. Oh my god.
I swear I saw the disintegrate out.
If you die while you're casting it, it will not go out.
No,
So
I swear I saw the fire. Oh man.
That's that split. That's all about that split second timing.
Wow. That was so close to being a barbecued Evelyn right there.
Yep.
Brown Bruiser and Sour on the bottom.
Yeah, this
Not
is
a
just
lot.
Karma's harass combo. Is she gets a lot of free damage off onto you with the amount of CC, and the majority of melees just cannot retaliate against it. If you jump on her, she's just going to shield boost herself, speed boost herself with her shield, and mitigate a lot of your damage, and then prevent you from continuing the chase.
Netherman looking for a gank, not finding one though.
Yep.
Looks like
Yeah.
Annie coming down this way too. Uh-oh, looks like maybe she got seen right there. Turn around, seeing some things going off in the middle of the map right here. Talos PA firing a shot off. Trying to push some minions up there, but excuse me, Xin not having any of that. Down on the bottom, the gank! Guys, the second I take the camera away, you do the gank! It's like they know or something. Pantheon coming down, gonna interrupt that. Okay, he's gonna take his attention away from the top. Gets that stun off on NetherRareMan right there. Buying time for Brown Bruiser to catch back up. And is he gonna be able to connect with NetherRareMan right there? The exhaust goes off, and Pantheon picks up that kill. Sauron Karma trying to get back away from there as fast as possible.
Yeah, up top, big fight. However, Leona mostly misses that. Mostly misses the solar flare. Gets the slow off on Talos PA, but is not enough. Wallach's getting chased.
Oh, that stun right there, buying Wowix a little bit extra time. Arcos now on the point, though, is going to be able to delay for a little bit. And oh, the True Shot Barrage.
Bot lane,
could have been
Soren
scary.
getting 1 kill and getting 2 kills. Again, you can see how, if the camera was on, you'd be able to see just how much kite potential and damage Karma has. That she does a lot of AoE damage, and if you just try to jump her, it's not going to be. You're not going to have a good time.
And it looks like they are going to get back in control of the game once again, picking up that bottom point and that top point. They are going to be in the 3-cap dominant position for a little while there, but the top point is under attack, and all of the members of Jelly are getting a little bit low on health right there. This defensive garrison goes down there to discourage Wowix a little bit right there. Annie taking that hit right there. Annie, stay away from minions. Annie gets a free trip back to the summoner platform.
Annie has not learned yet.
No. It's okay. Her brain's not fully developed yet. Give her a while. We'll wait till that teen Annie skin comes out.
No.
Or adult Annie skin.
Yeah, I was going to say, Teen Annie would probably have even less.
No. Granny.
Oh, God.
That would be the skin.
Yes. No, and it nicely complements the little red riding Annie.
Oh, that would be perfect. Wow, dude, we should work for Riot.
Definitely should. Well,
Right,
we need an old woman champion. There aren't any old women champion yet, really.
Yeah.
Like, we have Swain, who's old.
Dive up at the top, though. NetherRareMan getting blown up. Literally taking that airborne right there. True Shot Barrage comes down. NetherRareMan able to get away. Luckily, like there. J4 with the Cataclysm, keeping Wowix out. But Wowix has got range anyway, so he's not that worried about it. And that Molten Shield is keeping him alive way longer than anyone sane Annie should have been alive for. Pantheon coming down there. Top point is neutral right now. He might be able to make this play. They both might be in spear shot distance. We will see right there. He is able to take one down. And who's he going for next? We'll see. Gets Leona helps get Maokai down. Arco is chasing the other two away. Could kill NetherRareMan with a good shot right there. Uh-oh, I'm scared. The damage NetherRareMan's going to come up for it. No! Denied!
Yeah. NetherRareMan was able to stay so alive for so long in that fight, primarily due to Eve's speed boost resetting its cooldown whenever she gets a kill or an assist, meaning that she almost gets that really spammy jump effect that Katarina can have or Kha'Zix.
Eros, I saw that too. I'm freaking out about it. Alright, down at the bottom, Xin Zhao getting killed there.
Just speared through the chest by that Jarvan.
There's just too many people on Xin Zhao at once right there. It wasn't gonna happen.
No, as we're seeing with Pantheon and Jarvan and Nidalee, spears are strong. Armor, face checking brooches.
Uh-oh, Forest on fire right there. Blackfire Torch and Annie Fire, keeping him lit up though. Wowix trying to focus him down though, dies after a little bit, but gets armor significantly low. Looks like Arcos is Pantheon gonna finish that off instead. Talos PA coming in from behind right there. Sauron as well. Everyone on Leona. Now Sauron going back down to the bottom right there, having gone on his little adventure. And uh-oh, MMKH, Sauron, you guys are supposed to be friends. Why are Mommy and Daddy fighting?
Well, and no, Sauron just destroys MMK when MMK tries to jump him. That is the strength of Karma, is that you try to jump Karma, and she just turns it around on you with the sheer amounts of CC and the shield.
Brown Bruiser and PA Peoples over here. Sauron. Uh-oh. Pantheon's coming down. There goes the Cataclysm. Pantheon's coming down into a not-so-great situation. He gets an exhaust. He gets every single form of CC that you can think of right there, and he gets a trip back to the Summoner platform as well. But now Peoples is getting lower and lower on hit points. Oh, Sauron taking Wowix for a walk right there. Gets him with the snare. Throws some damage over the wall. Gets that KB on Annie. And now Arcos is the only one left alive down here at this bottom point to try and sort of keep this defense alive here. If Arcos goes down, it's going to give them an opportunity to actually go for that bottom point, which is the quest objective point, if I'm not mistaken, by those icons. You really don't want them to pick that up.
Yeah, doesn't matter though, because they all get the neutralize and almost capping, but looks like Cheese Enema is going to respond to this attempt on the midpoint, and it looks like they may have overextended trying to neutralize and then cap that midpoint. Eve going into stealth. They're not quite sure where she is. Missing though that Hex Tech.
And they wanted to bush check up the top, make sure they didn't have any nasty surprises up there for them. Netherman, that is a Leona. That's a stun. That's a, well, I think the situation speaks for itself. Commander Peoples getting airborne right there, beating up on MMKH a little bit. Wowix, oh, everyone's scared of Wowix. Wowix gets a free airborne. Oh, the damage from Peoples is kind of suppressing Wowix a little bit right there, making him feel like he needs to retreat. And Sifu Calvin with the stun, locking him down long enough for Wowix to pick up that KB. And now Armor, last one alive, not able to pull off the defense that he needed. Ezreal does throw down the shot, but it doesn't interrupt nearly enough people. Goes for the Arcane Shift up its sides. Instead, he's going to head down to that bottom lane and try and pick off Brown Bruiser instead, and maybe make something of the situation.
Yeah, Brown Bruiser there was able to get... Oh, Sauron... The Brown Bruiser was able to get the kill there from the overextension by Sauron. Just looking back a couple seconds.
Zed fell through the floor.
Yeah, that's Zed's death animation. So yeah, Sauron overextends, and then Brown Bruiser returns the favor by overextending himself.
Sauron down in the bottom lane. Uh-oh, we might be looking for the big plays in the center of the map right here. Arcos, who's going to fire the first shot? Wowix eats that exhaust immediately, and J4 bringing the hammer down right there. Sifu Calvin follows in, but Sifu, the second he lands, they turn their attention to him right away and liquefy him. And J4... picked up that double kill. Eve picking up that other double kill and seeing them branch off. Two people going to the top, one person going left to the refinery, and it looks like we have Ezreal heading straight down towards the bottom right now. And that's a really important play to remember, guys. When you win a fight that convincingly, split your team members off, go to multiple points if you know they're going to be open, and get as many caps as you can.
Yeah. So this advantage that they just got. Oh, Netherari just burned down by Sifu. Not able to do nearly enough damage. And whoa, Commander just missing the flag, the jump.
Getting taken down there, unfortunately. Armor heading up to the top point right here, and Armor can delay for a while.
Sauron finishing off Zed. Big fight at bottom, but Xingqiao tries to jump Sauron, but doesn't do enough as Talith comes to reinforce.
MKH goes in for Talith, but has to deal with Karma there, and the combination of their damage is just way too much for him to deal with. Now Pantheon's going to come down to a 1v2 situation. I'm not sure how well that's going to play out.
Pantheon's free crits are actually might get him that, but Sauron CC and just mantras. Yep, there it is.
That good positioning right there. He was able to catch both of them with a Heartseeker strike. But unfortunately wasn't able to get the kill on Karma. However, that's not the important part. The important part was that he successfully defended the tower. Even though he did not get that kill on Karma, J4, whoa, really going for it against Brown Bruiser right here. Exhaust off on Brown Bruiser. Oh, the minions!
Minions OP. Yeah.
Now in the middle of
the
part of it, Armor gets taken down. Netherman in full retreat from the center of the map. True Shot Barrage doesn't really connect. Too well right there. Double all the vision you can see forever. Leona heading up to the top right now. It looks like Sauron taking a break from that bottom lane to come up here and try and bail out the situation. Sifu Calvin taking a lot of damage just when he thought he was done with Sauron. Sauron is right there at the top. And catches Arcos with a little bit of DPS as well there, able to take him down. Now Sauron immediately job done heading back to the bottom lane. If your lane opponent is dead in the bottom lane, you can go for that bottom lane, or you can go up and help top make a play, and that's exactly what Sauron did right there. Or if he's got someone to back him up in the bottom, looks like Peoples is going to take care of the bottom for a little bit and allows Sauron to make some plays up in the upper half of the map.
Yeah, looks like Sauron, now that he's got so much gold, is going to be supporting and shielding for just absolutely massive amounts, which can really enable which can really enable the Jellynecks to cap these points and just win these 4v4 team fights. Although I think we're probably going to be concluding with a 5v5 team fight. No, 2v2 and a 3v3. Oh, they do not see Sifu Calvin ganking bot.
And Peoples is going to go down. They are going to get that point. They don't have anyone who's in a position to recall. And oh, Eve did have the revive, so dying up top gets a free trip back down to the bottom. Eve barely able to save it, but the minions are going to pull off the neutral though. And Netherman has to retreat.
Yeah, Netherari just not able to do enough.
That's why I said you had to retreat, Netherman. He wanted to get that extra little bit of damage off there and try and take care of Pantheon, but he was not quite able to do so. Armor still heroically defending the top point, but only you can prevent forest fires, and only Annie can start them. And it looks like Armor just might get burned down here. Solar Flare!
Brand is very capable of starting forest fires, from what I've seen.
Ooh, yeah, Brand.
But, I don't know, no half-hearted playing this time, so
where's he
half needs to start playing again.
Someone needs to play AP champs. Someone needs to make Zerath viable.
Zerath is totally viable.
Oh, Talus PA, the Grape Escape right there. Cataclysm, oh wow. Great positioning right there. They get boxed in. Ezreal's able to just stand back and fire shot after shot after shot. And Talus PA empties the bottle. Get the Windex out, guys. We've got a mess to clean up.
And... oh, Leona coming down to defend. I think Leona is going to actually be able to defend. She's getting really, really tanky right now, and the Eclipse provides so many free stats. Although, no, Leona has not built all that much cooldown reduction, only 13%. So...
and Leona able to survive through all of that. Very tense moment down there in the bottom lane, but she was able to pull through. And now Talus PA coming up here to take care of the windmill. Oh, Pantheon coming down. Defensive Garrison as well. Going to buy some more time on that point. Sifu comes down, blows away that minion wave, gets a whole bunch of money for that, and gets that presence up there at the top. And now it's going to be 3v2, the 2 with the Defender's advantage. Uh-oh, wow, he's getting caught out above the top right there. Gets that airborne from Maokai. Not to be underestimated. He gets a free trip back to the summoner platform, and now, Netherman from the back tags MMKH while Arcos is trying to tank on the opposite side of the fight, keeping only Maokai tied up, and Arcos just not really in any kind of position to take care of any of these things. That crowd control just not getting applied anywhere. And Sifu Calvin now, his health just plummets the second that fight starts. Only one stun off on that Solar Flare, and that was all just Arcos not being able to get into a good position.
Yeah. Revives coming out from everybody here. They may or may... I'm not sure whether they're going to be able to get the cap. Getting that cap is going to be what's going to be important here. But it doesn't look like they're going to be able to as this game... yeah, Minion's not able to get the cap. Which means that they're not going to get that clock ticking down, which would be so important in making sure that they finish off this game. MK
just barely surviving that true shot barrage there. Talus PA is more like Talus delay right now. Low health, low mana, but staying up there to keep that point neutral and from getting captured. Just being as much of a nuisance as possible to buy time for his team. Because now we can see that Chizama is gotten up again. They got that point neutral down here at the bottom. So if they can keep this up, they can keep this kind of chaotic pressure that they have going for them, they can take home this game.
Yep. Yeah, this game is very close. It's about 2 caps. So they have even if the Jellynecks are able to cap this top point again, there's still enough time left on the clock for Cheese Enema to get it back and close it out.
MKH has to reveal himself up there, clear off some of those minions, so they know where he is, but they don't know where anyone else is. This is, oh, there we go. There's the reveal right there. They know exactly what's going on. See everyone falling back. Positions getting broken left, right, and center.
Oh, well, no. MMKH has actually picked up Thornmail to deal with Talus damage. Wow, Netherary just being blown up, their armor getting blown up. Walwick's surviving, Talus getting jumped.
And Arcos can't keep up with Talith, unfortunately. Just not enough CDR to really do anything about that. You see him jumping away again there right now. But they don't necessarily need those kills. They just need those delays. And does Zed realize that Karma's left? He's going to go for that play? No, Sauron just came up for a little bit, trying to draw Brown Bruiser coming up now. They don't know where they're going.
Yeah, Brown Bruiser, though, as you can see, is losing this lane. Karma's pressure is just way too much for him to deal with.
top point. Healed back up to fully capped right there. Arcos looking around the middle of the map, and like I said, Cheese Enema, if they can keep putting on this pressure, keeping Jellynecks sort of away from being able to put together any sort of like concise play, like if they keep them from being able to get organized and get together, then they might be able to take this home. Sauron, Sauron's gonna escape because he's Karma, and Karma's hit points post rework are still a lie.
Yeah, it's the shield. Oh, Netherari again. That man drop coming down. Netherari looks like he's going to be able to get away using that Evelyn speed boost, but a very smart drop by Sifu, making sure that they're not able to get away. Neutralize is going to happen. Stalling this game out very barely, and it neutralized. Stalling the game out. This fight will decide, I think, is going to. Looks like so long as the Jellynecks win this fight, they're not going to lose. Because if they lost that fight, that'd be GG. Still enough time, though, left for Cheese Enema to take this game back from the Jellynecks. And Pantheon's not going to be able to get that neutralized.
No, he is not, but he's going to start a little bit of a fight with Sauron, and I don't necessarily like it.
Netherari's ult is not up yet, so they're not looking to start that fight quite yet. Or maybe they are, just because Pantheon just way overextended there.
And it looks like they do have one wave's worth of respawns to be able to make a play with here. But Pantheon is still dead, unfortunately. And he also does not have his Grand Skyfall active. And probably isn't going... No, he's not going to quite have it active when he spawns. So it's going to take him a couple seconds. They could still pull a neutral and drag this out and take this home. But it's going to be really narrow right now. Yeah. It's going to be neutral or no more pretty soon.
Yeah, it's next cap wins, pretty much. Clock is ticking down. If they can catch Talith in these next couple seconds, they should get the neutral and then the cap. But mindset, nope. I'm calling GG right now.
Yeah.
Solar Flare missing was just the last nail in the coffin. And both teams, GGs are coming out from both teams. Sifu Calvin bot lane carrying the game.
Oh, that split.
Happens.
That split.
Happens. So talk about preemptive GGs.
It's never over in Dominion.
Wandering, getting way too hopeful, wandering off point, getting caught out.
Now this will be really interesting to see how this plays out. J4's got to go for that refinery there right now.
Netherari though is going to get the neutralized down bot. Oh my god,
all J4 needs to do is get that neutral off and they can win.
GG.
Yep.
Excellent.
No one was down there in enough time.
Very nice play by Jellynecks in this game. Almost thought it was game.
That split down there at the bottom to make sure that Talith could not interrupt both of them was very, very wise. Because if they had stacked on top of each other, Talith would have got the double interrupt with the True Shot Barrage and take it home immediately. But since Leonid was smart enough to walk across the other side, drag that out a little bit further by making sure that they could not hit both people.
Yep. So, excellent game played by both teams. If we just look at if you're looking at builds right now, MMKH picking up the Thornmail, but no other bulk, just to deal with the amount of damage output Talith was doing, because Thornmail still even reflects some damage coming off of Ezreal's Q, because it is an on-hit effect, if I remember correctly. But I think I'd probably give the MVP of this game to Sauron's Karma. Karma, as you guys have been able to see, is incredibly tanky, does a lot of damage, and you just don't kill Karma.